All right. Hello. So today we're talking about the discriminant. So if we look at the top of the page here, it says that the discriminant is a part of the quadratic formula. The quadratic formula is actually like long. That is x equals opposite b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Okay, that's kind of long. So we're going to just do a small part of it first and then add the rest. This is the small part that we're doing, which is this guy right here. The rest of this stuff we're going to do a little bit later, but I figured it'd be easier to handle a small piece first and then do the rest. So basically how we do these problems, we're going to need to find an A, a B, and then a C, put them into this problem, and then simplify it all the way down. So let's take a look. I got number 1 here. I have my A, which is 1, my B, which is 2, and my C, which is 3. Just like it's been for the past 2 units, I think. So A, B, and C, got that. Now what we're going to do is put that into this formula here. So square root, got it, of B squared. Okay, my B was 2. So I got 2 squared. And when I plug in all of these letters, I'm going to put them in parentheses just so that I know exactly what I plugged in. And then I'm going to continue. I have -4. That's always going to be a 4. That never changes. Then I have my A, which is 1, times C, which is 3. And then I'm going to double check. I got everything. I got my B squared. I got my -4. I got my A. I got my C. Cool. Awesome. Got it. So now I can continue. And like I said, really you're just going to be simplifying this. So you want to make it smaller. You want to condense it. So I'm taking a look. I see that I have multiple different pieces here. So I'm just going to start with the first one that I see, which is 2 squared. So I know that 2 squared is going to mean 2 times 2, which is 4. Cool, made that smaller. Now I'm going to do this next part here. The way I like to do these is just one piece at a time. You could do this -4 times 1 first, which is just -4, and then multiply that by your 3, which is going to be -12. So you don't want to distribute like this. That's not what you want to do. You want to do one piece first and then the next piece. Cool. All right. So now that we've gotten that, that is definitely smaller. We could do 4 minus 12. Just rewrite that underneath your radical. And then solve that. 4 minus 12. 4 minus 12 is going to be -8. Cool. Now that we've gotten to a point where we have a single number, we can start breaking down this radical or start looking for numbers to take out of it. So I'm going to find factors of 8 first. I know that 4 times 2 will give me 8. And I know that I could break down this 4 even further to 2 times 2. I'm going to find my matches. I'm looking for this pair right here. And I see that I have this 2 that is left over because it's by itself. And remember, you want to write your circled number on the outside and your leftover number is going to stay inside. So when I rewrite this, I'm going to have 2 square root 2. And then I'm just going to make sure this negative side is going to stay on the inside. And that is our answer for this question, okay? So we started out by labeling. We copied our formula from the top here and just put in the new A, B, and C. Then we simplified, and then we simplified again until we got to a single number. We factored and took out the pieces that we could take out. So let's try another one. Let's do one where A is not equal to 1. Let's do number 5. Because in this question, it looks like my A is going to be 3, my B is 4, and my C is going to be -2. Okay, so again, I'm going to take my letters and I'm going to put those into my formula. Again, that formula is at the top. That formula said that we needed B squared. So looking at this, my B is 4. So I'm going to do 4 squared. Next, I need a -4. Again, that's going to stay the same. Then I need my A. Looks like A is 3 in this problem. And then I need my C. Oopsies. Need my C. And looks like C is -2 here. So I'm going to do -2 inside those parentheses. I'm going to double check. I got my B squared. I have my -4. I have my A. I have my C. Good. All right, now I can start simplifying. So I'm going to do my squared part first because that's the first thing that I see. So I got 4 squared. I know that's 4 times 4. I know 4 times 4 is 16. I'm going to do my next part. I got -4 times 3. That's going to be -12 times -2. That's going to be +24. Cool. I'm going to transfer that and rewrite it underneath my radical again, just so I know what I have. That's 16. That was a +24. All right. I can add 16 and 24. I know that's going to be 40. And now that I'm down to a single number, I can start finding factors. So let's see, for 40, I know that 4 times 10 will work. Let's see, 4 can factor further. I got 2 and 2. 10 could factor further. I got 5 and 2. So I see a match right here. Those are my 2's. And I'm seeing not a match right here. My 5 and my 2 don't match each other, so I can't take those out. These 2 are both going to be leftovers. And remember with your leftovers, leftovers, there we go. With your leftovers, those 2 numbers are just going to stay inside, and you can multiply those together. So when I rewrite this, I'm going to be left with a 2 on the outside, because that was circled, square root of my leftovers, which is 5 and 2. And when I multiply those together, I'm going to be left with 2 square root 10. And that'll be the end of the problem. Nice. Okay, let's do one more. I want to show you one that has like a bunch of negatives in it. So we're going to do number 9. Same process. I need my A, my B, and my C. I'm going to put those into my formula. I know that my formula is B squared. So my B in this problem is -5. I need a -4 because that always stays the same. I need my A, which is -3. And I need my C, which is -5. And all of that is under my square root. Nice. Okay, double checking, making sure. B squared, -4, A, and C. Cool, looks great. I'm going to start simplifying. So first part I see is -5 squared. So I'm going to do -5 times -5. That is going to be a +25. All right, next part, I got my multiplying over here. So I got -4 times -3. That's going to be +12 times -5. That will be a -60. Cool. I'm going to take my pieces. I'm going to do 25 minus 60. Again, I'm just rewriting it so I know what's going on. All right, 25 minus 60. I'm going to have to use my calculator for that one. Should be 30, I think. 35. I was close. And then since I'm down to a single number, I'm going to start finding my factors. So let's see, 35. I know that 5 times 7 will work. But both of those are primes, and neither of them will go farther. So, since I can't do anything with this, I can't change it. These two numbers are primes and don't match. So in that case, I am just going to leave this answer the way it is. Since I can't find a match for it, I'm going to just leave it alone. And that's what we have for number 9. Okay, so if you have questions, please let me know. Keeping in mind, this is a small part of what we're going to do next, but I think it's a little bit easier to practice this first, so then it makes the quadratic formula a little bit easier. But I hope y'all have a good day. Let me know if you have questions. Bye.